Hey YouTube, Doug Wallman. It's been maybe two or three times I've ran into a glitch. And glitch is kind of a harsh word for it because it wasn't really Final Cut Pro's fault per se. But I had an external hard drive hooked up and it eventually I'd try to keep it clean, but I might forget. I'd run it out of storage capacity. And next thing I know, I'm being locked out of my external drive, or a library rather, an external library that Final Cut Pro would normally be able to access, but it would have a message similar to this, maybe a little different, but like this one here, the operation can be completed, permissions denied. This person, this may be a fake example, but I was going to provide something like this, but honestly, I didn't take a screenshot of this because when it happened, I was more concerned about getting it fixed than trying to provide a tutorial or whatever, or teach how to get this taken care of. This is also kind of like this one here. This person actually, this seems like maybe a slightly different one because it says FCT bundle here. It's already in use, but yeah, it said something about already being in use, and it was referring to my whole freaking library actually. And I think other times it was only like a project, but this time my whole library was in limbo, but I didn't really worry about it too much. It would say something like this one here if you can see it. Something like that. Permissions denied. It denies you access to a library. And I was a little worried. I think other times I've actually had a library damaged. There's one over here that says something like that. I don't remember what I did to fix that, but I did. I think I just got rid of the bad project or something. Uh, but I did find a workaround, and I can't claim to understand this workaround 100%. I don't, but it did work. So that's the important thing. I know a lot of people would go into the place where you'd have permissions and change that, but that didn't work for me. That would be on, but I will show you where that's at. That's like over here. Uh, Maybe I shouldn't show you where that's at. I'll have to, uh, what's the word? I'll probably end up having to blur that out. I don't want you to see that actually. Yeah, I'm not going to be stupid here. I'm going to try my best to avoid giving out any information that pertains to what my file or profile names are, whatever those are called. I don't want any hackers but if you do run into that problem where it's my scenario was I I was running out of storage, but I wasn't watching it close enough. And next thing I know, it got glitchy on me and it locked me out. Probably because it couldn't write to the lock file or whatever that is anymore. Um, and once I couldn't do it, so before you do anything, you have to delete a little bit of something because it won't let you make this change that I'm about to show you unless you delete enough of something where you can make the change. And then after that, I recommend you make a serious effort to delete some of your beloved, I suppose, projects, save them somewhere else. Or in my case, it's like, what do I need them for anymore? I'm going to delete the ones that I find maybe less valuable, or maybe I'll never have to re-edit them again anyway. And I do have like the hard file saved of the bounced version. The yeah, the bounced version is saved. But let me get to, I spelled videos wrong here. So you're going to have to find your, in my case, it's external. I believe that's normally going to be the case as you have an external, I probably shouldn't even be showing this, but you have an external library somewhere. So you're going to have to, I don't know, control, click, whatever that's called. I think it'd be right click normally, but this is a Mac. So open, no, show package contents, and then you're going to have to do shift command period, and it's going to show these lock files here. So you want the one that says .lock info, And I'm not going to go in there actually. But what I discovered is, at first I thought this was it, and it still is it, but it's like, go ahead and learn this, even though it's probably incorrect. It misspelled, what was it called, my profile, or whatever you use to when you were setting up your MacBook. It misspelled something there, so I corrected the spelling, and it worked. Now I was going to recreate this problem for this video, but I looked back in there and it's still misspelled, but everything's working fine. Everything's working fine. I'm in my library. This is my external library right here. Everything's working out fine. So, but like I said, you can't make the change, even one single letter, unless you save enough storage capacity. Or sorry, unless you create enough storage capacity by deleting something. And I don't remember if you have to empty the trash too. But yeah, you'll find that something has been misspelled in here, and it's related to, I think, like your profile name or something like that. Whatever you chose to set up your MacBook. And it's dot, sorry, it's dot local. Something to do with your local, I don't know what you call it. Cause I just know how to get stuff to work. I don't really understand it. I just know enough to be dangerous. So that's what that is. So you're going to have to open this with your text edit. And then I think as soon as you try to X out of it, it's saved. But it won't. It'll complain. It'll come up with the prompt. If you don't make an effort first to delete enough so that you can resave this file, then this won't work. But this has worked for me multiple times when it denies me access. Now I don't know if it would create the same thing if this would solve the same issue if you just deleted this file, but I recommend not doing that and just go ahead and change one letter back to what you think your profile name or whatever that's called. I don't know the correct terminology, but in my case, it was misspelled with an extra letter, and I just changed it, and then everything was working wonderfully. I'm a little confused in that I went inside of here to create the problem again, but I see it's already misspelled my profile. It may not really have changed it, like I say, but I'm sticking to that story because it works. It probably really hasn't. It's probably as it should be, but I don't know. All I know is I changed one letter and I came back in here and everything's working fine. And I think partly because it said someone's already using Final Cut Pro by that profile name. So I don't know. I don't know if that means there's two profile names going on. I don't know, but it works fine. I only have this problem occur when I'm lazy and don't get to deleting some of these projects or just other things that take up too much space. So I hope I was able to help you. So once again, you find that you're locked out of your Final Cut Pro library. You're using an external drive. This is a scenario that would follow mine. If this is not your scenario, then I guess you'll have to look elsewhere. I cannot be held responsible for anything that makes your situation worse. I'm just offering you my advice I won't even want to call it advice, really. Offering you what worked for me. Don't take my advice. Don't do this, quote unquote. I don't want to be responsible, but if you find yourself in a pinch, this may work. Remember, you're going to have to find where this is located. Then you're going to have to control, left click, show package contents. Then you're going to have to go command shift period. I have to do it again. Then it's going to show this .lock info. Get inside that using text edit, but I'm not going to go inside because that's a security risk for me to show you what's inside of there. It's probably bad enough that I'm showing you all this, but I thought I'd help you. In the event you are locked out of your Final Cut Pro library, you will see that your profile, I don't know if that's the correct term, but something in there which is personal to you, in my estimation, which is probably not really what's going on, it has misspelled something. You change it back to what you think it should be, and then it works. And it keeps working. So I'll even get out of here, close it out to make sure I'm not lying. We don't have anything else. Well, there's lots of things open here, but I'm able to get inside Final Cut Pro. I'm able to change libraries. Go to the untitled library. Well, I guess I never used that one. Anyway, this is the untitled library. So it's already open. There's no problem getting to any of this stuff, is what I'm saying. Anyway, I hope that helped you. Thanks for watching. I know it's a little miscombobulated. It probably didn't follow the best course of action for giving you 1, 2, 3, 4. But once I discovered that it already had misspelled my profile name, quote unquote, that's what it did. That's not really what it did, but my expectations were when I went in there to recreate this problem that my profile name wouldn't be misspelled, but it was, and it's still working. So that must not really have been the thing. Permissions must be based on something else, and just changing it slightly perhaps made the permissions okay again. I don't know. I don't know that much. I just know that I'm not going to freak out. I'm going to relax and fix the problem. Make notes so that if it happens again, I'm able to do the same thing again. That's all I know. I didn't have to do a bunch of crazy stuff. I just changed one letter and it all worked. So you can call me technically challenged, or you can think I'm a technical genius. Either way, I don't care, because no, I don't know what I'm doing, but I don't have to. All I have to do is look on the internet. I'll try to provide a link of something that actually did help me. This is where I got it from. Here's some of the wording I have. And this is the place I went to. They did not describe exactly what went wrong, but it was close enough. Press Control and click one of the libraries, then choose Show Package Contents. Press Command Shift and period to show hidden files. After seeing two files, .lock and .lock info in one folder, .log directory, drag the three out of the package to the desktop. Try opening the... I didn't do that. I just... I didn't do what they said, but I did something a little bit different. And anyway, so basically I go to places and don't follow their directions, but it worked for me. Anyway, thanks for watching, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll try to include this link in case my directions sucked. But I don't know if I'd go deleting stuff right away. I'd maybe try something different, but don't listen to me. Once again, don't listen to me. Cannot be held responsible. I can't promise that this will be your fix, but did it actually follow my scenario where you're locked out of your Final Cut Pro library? That's a little bit what I'm curious about. And another thing I want to add is I'm not able to provide any further assistance, really. I don't know. I can't really put myself in that situation, especially when there's kind of lack of compensation already for me doing this YouTube stuff. Hopefully that changes, but I do like to help people whenever I can, because I noticed this was kind of difficult to find. I mean, not impossible, but, and I had kind of forgot about the exact steps. I made a generic post on Facebook about, hey, I fixed this, but I forgot about the Command Shift period. So I'm glad I was able to find this again. And I copied this and put it in my notes. So if this ever happens again, I have something more specific rather than generic to follow. And my own video too, to help me out if this ever happens. And I need to figure something out. I can refer back to my own video. If so, be it. So I've been trying to close this video for probably 5-10 minutes. Thanks for watching. If you are able to help me out in any way, I'd appreciate it. But other than that, thanks for watching. Hope I was able to be of assistance, and blessings. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Yeah, word to the wise, don't run Final Cut Pro low on storage capacity. Take care of that. Otherwise, when you do that, bad things happen.